Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your January 2023 reading. Spirit, let's see what's happening for you, Cancer. What is the what? Ooh, nice. Oh, cards flying everywhere. Oh my, what's that about? Here we go. Huh, okay. Here's the first card, Queen of Cups. I was going to jump right in, but I'm not. Let's show you the cards. That's you coming into January. Sorry, my mind's like going a mile a minute. Then we have the Devil. Then we have the Three of Wands. Okay. So here's where my mind was going right away. I'm like, Queen of Cups, what's going on with you? Okay. This is you coming into January. Okay. So how do I put this? You are in a space where, like, literally, look at this lady, okay? She's sitting there. She's all zen. She's all, like, meditative and just, like, totally connected to higher self, higher realms, God, whatever, universe, whatever you want to call it, right? She is so tapped in. She's so tapped in that she's not paying attention to what's going on around her. She got some distractions coming up this month. So here's the thing. I'm going to go back to the Queen of Cups for a second. This is a beautiful thing until you are you're just like floating above the clouds. You're in the ethers and you're not grounded. You're not anchored to the earth and that practical kind of feeling. So it's like, okay, I'll give you a good, like, regular life example. You want to start a new business. You decide, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to, I don't know, make flower arrangements. Okay, I'm going to make flower arrangements. I love flowers. I like putting them together. I'm creative. I'm crafty. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And that's what I'm going to do. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to arrange flowers. Tell people, like, I'm going to arrange flowers. I'm going to make flower arrangements. They're going to be awesome. I think I'm going to use pinks and blues. And you know what? I'm going to take a course on how to do flower arranging, because that's going to put me in the best place. Then I'm really going to, you're talking and you're trying to pull everything together, but you're not doing. You're not taking action, right? So the thought and the intention is there, which is beautiful, but the action is missing. While you're sitting there, pulling the information together, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's overkill. When you get into the dark side of that, this is when that becomes a distraction from actually taking action. This is what I'm picking up. Okay, those two cards are going hand in hand, which is why I had to read them that way. We're going to see what comes out in the Oracle cards, but when we look at the end of January, we have the Three of Wands. This is waiting for your ships to come in. For those of you who don't know, Three of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot. Not necessarily this deck, every deck. It's just an awesome card. I always love the energy of this because it's about your ships coming in. Well, while you're waiting, right? You're waiting for your ships to come in. Doesn't mean you don't do anything, right? Chop wood, carry water. Keep working at stuff. Keep moving. Any little step that will take you closer to opening your business of doing flower arrangements, right? Every step you can take, tiny steps, baby steps, that's okay. But move. You need to move this month. You need to do. You need to act, right? There's a lot of efforting that I'm feeling needs to be done, because otherwise you're just in this stagnant state of distraction, right? And the planning and the thoughts and all of that stuff, it's fantastic. Like I said before, these are all very good things, but do you end up in analysis paralysis? You're thinking so much and planning so much and making decisions and taking courses and all this stuff that, you know what, by the time you get to opening your little flower arrangement shops, 3 of them have popped up on your street. You missed the boat because everyone else was doing while you were still thinking and planning. Do you see what I mean? I'm not saying this to be mean. Like, I'm not saying this as a like a judgment, right? It's more of an encouragement to say you got a lot of good stuff on whatever this thing is that you want to do, right? Whatever this thing is, do it. Just do it. Even if it's not perfect, just get started. You know, baby steps. Any steps that are going to take you towards doing whatever this is that you want to do and achieving whatever it is you want to achieve, which is a fantastic thing. So let's see. Oh, these are good cards too. These are really good for you. I'm liking this. What else we got? Yeah. Okay. I'm digging it. I'm down with it. Okay. Let's take a look at the two cards that came up under the Queen of Cups. So this is you, right? This is in your high vibing, you're planning, you're pulling stuff together. The card that came out is Falcon. So it's Peregrine Falcon. It says, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. There's an opportunity, there's something coming to you. Is it related to the thing that you're working on and thinking about? It may or may not be, but the point is, get your head out of the clouds and make a decision about it, right? The second card that came out is positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. Is part of that devil distraction, people around you, people you're talking to and sharing things with, they're not supportive and they are negative, right? They're people who bring you down rather than lift you up. You need to ditch that negativity, right? Because this is all about positive energy. That's going to get you moving. That's going to stir up the energy in a good way and get it flowing and moving. I love that, right? Under the devil, the first card that came out is the word wants to be written, right? The action needs to be taken. You're writing a book. It's still in your heads. Put pen to paper. That's what this is saying. Otherwise, everything else is distraction. Everything else is distraction. Everything else is distraction. That should be your mantra for the month of January. Everything else is distraction. Write it on a piece of paper, journal it, put it in lipstick on your bathroom mirror, whatever. Everything else is distraction. That's what you need. The other card that came out is wisdom. You know, because you're a smart little cookie. You know what you need to do. You know the action you need to take. You know. I don't have to tell you this. You know. But what you need to do is ditch the distractions. And what's a distraction this month? Everything else is a distraction. Everything but this thing you want to do. Make, be, create, pursue. Everything else is distraction. I'm loving that mantra. I might use it for myself this month. It's so good. Okay. Now when we list, sorry, I'm nerding out. Now, 3 of Wands. Okay, this is your ships coming in. The first card that came out is the Golden Children. It's about inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. You need to go within to figure out. It's less about what you want to do, but how to do it. Okay? You're smart, you know, but it's your inner child. It's the inner wisdom. This is innate. This is stuff that's been with you since birth. You know how. You know it's in there. It may not be obvious and apparent to you right now because your head's in the clouds, right? Ground and come back down. That's when you can start looking at this, yes, from a perspective of looking internally, but also being very, very logical, pragmatic, right? Is the kind of energy I'm feeling with this. The second card that came out says attack, attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. What were we just talking about? Distraction, right? So is the distraction, are you up in the clouds? Is your head in the clouds? Are you up in the ethers because there is something you are trying to avoid about getting started? Is there fear? Is there a fear you have and that's why you haven't started? Judgment. Are you worried that there are people around you who are going to make fun of you or point at you or say that's a stupid idea or why are you doing that? That doesn't matter. I wouldn't do that. Or you're not smart enough to do that. You're not pretty enough. You're not thin enough. You're not tall enough. You're not short enough. You're not young enough. You're not old enough. Is there that kind of nonsense garbage going on? Honey. No. Keep your eye on the prize and baby steps. It's your second mantra for the month. I love these. Okay. Oh, what do I want to look at? I want to look at all of it. You know what? So far, the last two readings, it's been like we're just going to do a general, let's look at this, go with the flow. We're doing it for you too, because it seems to be pulling the themes together quite well. So let's see what comes up. Okay. Oh yeah. Then we're going to get a couple more tarot cards for some more clarification, and we'll round it out with some advice cards. But I'm liking this reading so far because the potential is there, because you've got what you need. It's there. Have it. Okay. Oh, okay. Hang on. Gotta take a drink. Oh, my throat's dry. All the talking I'm doing. Okay, first card that came up, we have Kiwi. It says, do a walking meditation each day for the next week. You know what this is? It's meditation, which is up in the ethers, and it's walking on the earth, which is grounded. This is the balance between the two. You need to balance. As above, so below. You got to have that balance. I know that's not really relevant, but you know what I'm saying? Balance the two. You can stay in the ethers. You can have that connection. But man, you got to ground. This is good. I actually really like it. The next card is Lost Lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. There is something. Remember we were talking about inner child? This is innate. This is something you brought with you. This is saying the same thing. It's the same thing. You've done this before. This is something you've brought with you. You need to really tap into what your gifts are. These are things, it could be stuff that you've learned recently. Absolutely. I mean, our life is sort of like one big game of learning lessons, right? Teaching and being taught. So if you look back in the past and look at what those gifts are that pop up and that you use over and over again all the time, in many situations, that's it. That's what you need. That's what you're looking for. And then the last card is follow your own rhythm. I'm going back to, where'd it go? Our positive and negative energy, right? And this pain and fear and judgment. No. Don't play by other people's rules. Don't play in their sandbox. If it doesn't work for you, move. Get out. Ditch them. Ditch them. Ditch the naysayers and ditch the distractions. You don't need it. It's not going to help you. It's just going to drag you down. Just going to drag you down, which it may be doing now anyway, right? That could be part of the distraction as well with that devil card. Okay, one more. Oh, I like this. This is good. Okay, so the first card up is the moon. And then the second card, we have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. And then we have the 4 of Swords. So, kind of want to read this backwards, but I'm not going to. Okay, so the moon is around cycles, right? It's around working with the energy of the moon to achieve the best possible results as you can, okay? Normally the moon's about like things hidden and secrets and mystery and stuff. Not today. Today this is about you. And the moon, right? Rules Cancer. This is you, right? The moon is Cancer. So what this is saying to me is the same, and it's under the Kiwi card, right? You can have that connection, but you got to stay grounded. Work with the cycles, right? Everything is cyclical. Most things are cyclical, right? Think about the seasons. Think about time. Think about, what do you call, like women's cycles, that kind of thing. There's a start and there's an end. There's a flow. Goes around and around and around. Stay grounded. pay attention to the cycles that are happening around this, right? I think that when you lose sight of the cycles that are happening, this is also a distraction, right? And I'm not saying it has to be like literally the cycle of the day and the cycle of the seasons. This is the cycles within you and your life, because our lives have cycles too, right? This is saying be mindful of it and pay attention to that, because I think this could make or break what happens to you as well. This is how you break away from those distractions, ditch the distractions and break away from that devil energy. Then when you go back in time, so now we're looking right under this lost land, so the soul, memories, and gifts. You've done this before. We have the 10 of Cups. When you can tap back into that energy and you remember what works for you, this is when the happiness comes. This is when that satisfaction comes. This is when life becomes so much better, right? You get what you want. And then the last card, we have the 4 of Swords. It's right under the card that says follow your own rhythm. This is slow down. Don't listen to everybody else. You do you, boo, right? That's the thing. You have to march to the beat of your own drum. And in order to do that, in this situation, like I said, ditch the negativity and the naysayers, right? Get away from the distractions, slow the energy down. And this is not total rest and rejuvenation, but it's being able to rest enough that you can recognize your own rhythms and cycles. You see what I'm saying? I hope this makes sense, because that's a really good energy too. Slowing down and like ditching the distractions. This is big for you. I think when you start doing all of this stuff, if you choose to, that's when you're going to see things moving. That's when you're going to see your ship come in. So we're getting you your advice cards. One. Oh, interesting that popped up. Oh, I love that card. Interesting. Oh, okay, check this out. First card up is Alliance. Find your tribe. Who's going to support you through this? Who is not going to make you be afraid and judge you and all that stuff? Alliance. Find the person who can help you through this. The second card, I think that goes hand in hand, is Protection. It says you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. Okay, this is one of the cutest cards I have ever seen. There's something about this card I think is just adorable. It's a mermaid holding a baby mermaid. Oh my God, so cute. You're protected. You're protected, especially if you're surrounded by the right people, right? And the last card is Oneness is my true nature. We're all connected. Everything and everyone are connected. Remember that. That is being up in the clouds while grounded, because everything is connected. You don't want to lose a connection either way. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. Love this for you. Like I said, it's just ditching that distraction. It's taking action. It's moving. Remember who you are and what you're capable of and what your strengths are and your talents, right? Bring that all to the surface and get moving. You won't be sorry, because when you do, that's when your ships come in. So good luck with everything this month. And yeah, put a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, because it helps my channel grow. I would love you forever if you would do that. You know what? I'll love you forever anyway. So there we go. All right, we're going to leave it there. So until I see you next time, much love and light, health and wellness, peace and prosperity. Take care, Cancer. Bye.